Cleveland, Ohio. WBAY Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Hundley saved the playoff push again with another win in overtime, this time against the Cleveland Browns. That marks 3 weeks in a row with a late two-touchdown drive to tie the game and then the 2 overtime drives to win the games while taking a lot of criticism along the way. Grading Brett Hundley in the past 7 games. Mark Daniels, WTAQ.com. He's a winner. That's exactly how Mike McCarthy put it when I asked him about how Brett's been able to make some big plays down the stretch, and he has, but it seems only down the stretches when he's making big plays because the Cleveland Browns were the better team here today for 40 of at least the 60 minutes. But give him credit. Give Dom Capers' just maligned defense credit. They gotta stop. They made some plays. They keep this thing alive, and if Brett sits down with 3 wins in the interim, that's all the Packers have asked of him. Rob Demovsky, ESPN. Remember the Seinfeld episode where Elaine has to put out the Peterman catalog? When Peterman is gone and Peterman comes back and says to Elaine, "Congratulations on a job done." It's a job done. Maybe not well done, but it's a job done. He kept the Packers afloat. He said after the game that my #1 goal was to keep hope alive during this stretch, and you know what, that's what he did. Jason Wild, ESPN Wisconsin. There's no question he kept the Packers alive. He got a lot of help though. He got help from Davante Adams. He got help from the Cleveland Browns today. I am just fascinated by what the approach was. They take a 217 lead and the next thing you know they are playing prevent with like a quarter and a half to go. Let's not take anything away from Brett Hundley. He did what he needed to do and he deserves a ton of credit for coming through late in games, but we found out why the Browns are the Browns led again today. What's next for Aaron Rodgers? Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is eligible to be taken off of injured reserve this week, but before that can happen, he get bone scans of his healing right collarbone. Rodgers would then need to be cleared by the Packers medical staff. Daniels, the most important thing is what that $2 million piece of machinery is going to disclose when he ultimately has that scan. Packers team Dr. Pat McKenzie's read from that point will be easy. Either it's healing or it's not. Knowing Pat McKenzie, if you don't believe me ask Martellus Bennett, he's going to err on the side of caution and tell him if it isn't healed, you're not going out there, but if it is, then let's let him play. Demovsky, what a buzzkill it would be if the scan shows that he's not healed though, because all the excitement, going back to Pittsburgh when he was throwing those 50-yard bombs, then the return to practice and seeing him this week on the field. The energy that he allegedly gave these guys in practice, and then the fact that they were able to get this win to keep them in the playoff race and be 76 and give him a reason to come back. Boy, if he's not cleared it's going to be definitely a buzzkill. Well, the storybook is they win the game, he comes back, they win 3 games in a row, the scan is cleared, he gets to play. We don't live in this storybook though, and when this happened in 2013, it was not 100% healed when he played, so that doesn't mean necessarily that it has to be 100% healed.